What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bearded Kappa Productions, and I have wrapped up the Final Fantasy Mainline Series review, so we are starting on some new games. Now, it may not be the entire franchises anymore, but maybe we'll get back to them eventually. But today we are discussing Wild Arms for the PlayStation 1. Now, this game was released on the PS1 in Japan December 20th of 1996. We did not get it here in North America until April 30th of 1997, with Europe getting it even later in October of 98. This was developed by Mediavision, published by Sony Computer Entertainment themselves. This is a game of Old West meets cyberpunk, steampunk. I'm not sure. We got cowboys, we got labyrinths, we got mechs, we got magic, we got religion, we got robots, it's all that mixed into one, with just a sample of what you heard of one of my favorite openings in a video game ever with the Wild Arms theme song. It does star characters of Rudy as our first. Well, actually, I say he's the first protagonist, but you actually don't have to pick him first. A very cool thing too is you have three characters. You have Rudy, Jack, and Cecilia, and you can choose which one you want to play first. Where they all will eventually. And I believe this was a series staple. Like they've done this every time. You can kind of pick your opener, do a short scenario, kind of introducing you to them, as well, and then as well as learning their abilities and skills, especially in this as the skills which we'll get to, is very important to the franchise, especially into this game. So you get to know them, and they all eventually convey into one town, and then the grand venture really starts. With Rudy, you start off as just a lone boy in a small town doing some chores. He has the ability to have bombs right off the bat, and you solve some puzzles that way. And that's a big part of this game. Is everyone's unique skills are useful for solving puzzles, and you can switch once you get the group. You can switch between them, and use their skills and abilities to help you through the game, and that's huge. I think that was a big appeal for me for this game was like the puzzles inside the dungeons, as well as the traditional turn-based combat. You just had really likable characters, especially Jack. The adventurer who I love his opening, just going into a forbidden temple, trying to explore very Indiana Jones. And while Indy got the one giant rock in Jack's opening, there is a shit ton of rocks and traps and stuff, and you just get a nice automated sequence of him just running the gauntlet of traps and avoiding them. And I want to say something like after it all done, he was just like, "That was cool as hell." Just a lot of appeal in this game is like the characters, and while it's kind of serious, of course, the world's ending with you storyline, it has a lot of humor and a lot of wit to it, and I love the overworld graphics of it, being turn-based, or not turn-based, the overworld graphics being old school sprite. And the only thing that doesn't hold up anymore is the in-game battle. It's very early PlayStation 1. So they are hella pixel, huge, blocky, worse than Final Fantasy VII's Lego people. But it doesn't take away from what you have in there is also a unique battle system of building up your abilities and skill levels to unleash different attacks, and as well as using your techs. Uh, but Wild Arms is just an amazingly fun game. There was a PlayStation 2 re-release that upped the graphics quality and kind of made everything a bit, of course, up to date to where it is now, to where it was at the time with PlayStation 2. But for me, it kind of lost a bit of the charm because they tweaked some of the just the overall, like the puzzle solving and how you use their specific tools. And yeah, just didn't care about it. But the PS1 version is an absolute classic. If you haven't been able to play it, I definitely say go out and find a way. It used to be available in the PlayStation Store. I'm not sure if it still is now. But if you come across this game in any capacity, check it out if you like old school turn-based RPGs. It's a lot of fun. It's a very unique setting and a very fun world with three very likable characters that all play off each other very well. Each have their own big character arcs. And that's gonna do it for today. Yeah, if you've played this one before, let me know what you think down in the comments. Were you a fan? Did this one kind of get overlooked for you with all the other huge RPGs of the era on PlayStation 1, which there's a bunch. And yeah, I'll be hitting up quite a few of them because I did play quite a few of them as well. So that's going to do it for today. We'll catch y'all next time. Later.